Halo teman-teman, bagian gua Leonardo, welcome home. Dan kali ini gua akan kembali mainkan game Vampyr. Yuk kita langsung mainkan gamenya. Dan di sini gua akan main Vampyr kembali. Kita on the way sih, nemui cewek dia. Oke. Ini game lama-lama bikin excited sih. Pengen tahu lanjutannya kayak gimana. Mana ya? Ini kalau nggak salah ada jembatan guys. Oh itu jembatannya. Oke, nice. Oke. Wah, kok ada ginian? Apa ini? Siapa kamu? Kita ngomong lagi teman-teman.
Prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
Kita paksa dia untuk diam.
I insist you be quiet.
Son, do you not see? You are the healing balm.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain.
Ini siapa ya? Iblis kan nih? Gue nggak tahu.
Do not succumb to.
Silence! I dismiss you now.
The land calls for a champion.
Dia kayak anggap kita gitu loh. Dia tetap ngomong apa yang dia pengen ngomong teman-teman.
Silence.
Kita udah bilang diam, dia tetap aja gitu, nggak diam.
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
Apa nih? Wih, siapa tuh? Dia kayak kita juga kayaknya. Nggak bisa tuh.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Siapa wih?
Whatever this poor woman did,
hilang.
nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Itu vampire yang lain kah? Gua nggak tahu. Kemana dia? Dia nggak bisa lewat situ, gua nggak bisa. Wah,
Watch out!
nggak bisa nih.
Want some of this?
Oh, gua ada temennya ya? Siap. Oh, nice, pentung. Oh, mati. Yes. Semoga ada temen ya. Set. Oh, musuh teman-teman. Gua sangkain temen. Oh, gitu gua nggak bantu. Ada vampire lain ya di sini ya. Oke. Set. Oh my god. Satu lagi, nice. Mati dipentung. Siap. Mungkin ke sini. Oke.
So this is where
Masuk
she
ya.
lives.
Finally masuk juga. Gila, musuh semakin susah, Bung. Oke, kita masuk dalam mansion, kita ketuk-ketuk. Nice.
Dr. Reed, welcome.
Oke, kita dipersilakan masuk
As good
kayaknya.
as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes, death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
Oke, kita diminta untuk masuk dan mendiskusikan sesuatu, teman-teman.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
Oke.
How
Makin nunggu-nunggu
strange,
katanya
this
kita kesini.
painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the
Jadi
end.
dia pelukis ya dulunya ya.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Panggil gua Jonathan.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself.
Okay.
How have you been since we last met, my friend?
I think
Coba
I
gantian
should
lah ya.
ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
Oke, kita diminta untuk ngikutin dia ke dalam, mungkin nggak tahu.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea, sir.
Oke, kita bakal
You
ngomongin
can
apa
still
itu? Gue
drink
masih
tea.
belum tahu sih.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And
Okay.
to yours, my lady.
Apakah teh ini aman? Gue nggak tahu. Dia kayak nggak minum gitu loh, teman-teman ya.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
Oke, Elizabeth namanya.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation
Gue
since
ambil
I
yang
became
kuning-kuning,
known to
teman-teman.
them.
Siapa tahu itu penting.
Why would they want to see
Soalnya
me
aku
now?
takut kalau
I guess they
gua
now
ambil yang
see you as
putih,
Ascalon
yang
material.
kuning-kuningnya hilang ya.
They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
Oke. Ascalon Club, ada klubnya ya.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your
Kita
advice.
diminta
Thank
untuk
you,
menemui
Jonathan.
kepala
I understand
Ascalon
your
kan?
reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that
Macam
critical?
Yes.
perkumpulan vampire
The
kalau
Guard
gue
of
lihat.
Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
You
Okay.
should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But
Dia
fear
minta
not.
Elizabeth untuk
If
ninggalin
the
London,
situation
cuma
gets
dia
too
kayaknya nggak
dangerous, I
mau
shall
ya.
retreat to my secret Scottish manor.
Lebih milih
I could hide you in my
sembunyi,
luggage,
Elizabeth.
if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be
Ya,
my
apakah
maker?
ketua
I doubt
asosiasi adalah pembuat
If Lord
kita?
Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
Oke.
One day soon,
Kita mesti
I
temuin
will have to
jawabannya,
find the
teman-teman
answer
ya.
to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise.
Elizabeth bantu kita
For
sih.
now, you
Okay.
must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Dia lah,
Will I
Wes,
see you
Elizabeth
again
bantu
at the
kita ya.
Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Oke,
I want
kita
to thank
ucapkan
you
makasih.
for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and
Dan
call me
dia
Elizabeth?
minta
I
dipanggil
should be
namanya
honored,
aja,
my lady.
Then it is
Elizabeth.
settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice.
Oke.
I had
Kita
best
dinasihatin
prepare myself
cukup
to meet this
banyak ya
Lord
sama
Redgrave
dia.
now.
How thrilling.
Kita
to meet
mesti
the Earl of
temuin dia,
Bristol in
teman-teman,
the
sebelah sini.
flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear?
Kita diminta
in
untuk
your voice?
hati-hati.
Look at me, Jonathan.
Emang ada bahaya apa ya? Gua nggak tahu
I
sih.
mean, really look at me, young Ekon.
Lihat jantungnya apa? Deg-degan, oke?
We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend.
Oke, kayaknya Jonathan suka sama Elizabeth kalau gue lihat ya. Emang bahaya apa sih yang nunggu? Gue gak tau. Oke, kita tinggalin dia. Dan kita bakal ke Askalon kayaknya ya. Semoga aja nggak jauh-jauh sih kalau gue lihat. Sejauh ini game ini cukup menakjubkan, dimana kita agak-agak kepo sih. Karena
So,
bagaimana sih nasib kita
Time
gitu.
to visit the Ascalon Club.
Oke. Lewat sini kayaknya. Mustahil nggak bisa dibuka.
I cannot enter.
Gila, nggak bisa dibuka lagi. Kita bantuin. Oh, sedikit. Nice. Dia levelnya gede soalnya teman-teman. Kok gua sih? Nice, kena. Tos. Mati nggak tuh? Oke, mati ya dia ya. Oke, nice. Dan kesini kah? Kita mesti temuin jalannya gitu loh. Kayaknya sih kesini. Mulai bisa nembus kayaknya temen-temen ya. Gua nggak tahu juga. Tapi, wah itu apa lagi? Wih. Oke. Wow. Sampai juga.
That was the vampire I saw earlier.
Kesini kah?
This war takes no prisoners. It's locked.
Gak bisa loh. Kalau nggak bisa, gue lewat mana coba? Lewat sini kan?
Crush the leech ball.
Wah. Oke, ulti. Set. Nah. Wah, kena toksin. Waduh, dipukul. Aduh, toksinnya itu gua nggak tahan.
All of you bloody leeches need
Wah.
killing. I'll send you
Buset, mau mati kena toksin. Tunggu dulu. Stamina. Gak suka gua sama yang toksin. Bahaya. Oke, tunggu dulu. Set, ini dulu. Nice. Aduh, toksinnya. Dikit lagi, nice. Gua tambah-tambahan lumayan sih. Ngomong-ngomong levelnya musuhnya kok makin tinggi ya kalau gue lihat ya. Makin lama makin tinggi gitu. Udah mulai gede level musuhnya. Level gua sudah mulai ketinggalan lagi tuh. Oke, lewat sini kayaknya. Pintunya kebuka kok. Masa nggak lewat sini?
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Ini apa nih ke atas? Apa ya? Siapa tuh? Ada cowok di
dare you
sana.
interfere with my hunt.
Buset, aduh ada vampire di sini. Levelnya tuh 27 dan dia kebal. Dia kebal loh. Buset. Buset, sakit banget dia pukulannya. Sakit. Dia keras banget ya. Ya loh, dia kayak kuat banget. Kena lagi. Nice. Pelan-pelan. Set. Oh, good. Au. Set. Oke, stamina. Di sini mesti main timing ya, teman-teman ya. Kalau gue lihat, aku kena kan? Nggak pas timing. Kena lagi. Ini gila nih, susah nih. Ini dilawan susah banget. Ini belum setengah loh masalahnya. Aku kena duluan gue. Wah, stamina. Wah, gila. Itu cepet banget. Dengan level segitu, gila beda sih levelnya. Level 8 susah. Masih sama musuhnya. Sama kayak kita lagi. Nice, dikit dulu. Ini masih setengah teman-teman. Susah. Oke. Aduh, hilang susah dia. Pelan-pelan, slow. Pelan-pelan. Set. Wow. Oke. Stamina. Set. Pelan-pelan. Aku kena. Siapa weh? Wah, dia minta tolong lagi. Tunggu. Di mana ya minta tolong? Saya minta otot ini kan? Skip. Berarti HP-nya masih banyak banget. Bisa nih. Oh iya, ulti. Gua lupa mulu. Oh, nice. Lumayan ultinya. Aku kena. Oke, nice. Wah, stamina. Aduh, leset. Aduh. Set. Mati nggak tuh? Mati nggak? Udah lah, mati pasti di sini. Finally. Kita masuk teman-teman. Dia kayak minta tolong. Kita sudah tolongin dia.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Aja ngomong dulu ya.
Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't
yang
have to
tadi
worry
ya,
about
kayaknya.
him anymore.
Gila.
What
Susah yang tadi.
I am Tadao Kimura.
Tadao?
I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed,
Oke.
since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Udah gitu doang.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take
Oke
care.
lah. Dia healthy sih. Nggak sakit ya. Apa lagi nih? Oke, apa lagi woi? Ini kah? Siap. Kayaknya gua mesti fokus itu teman-teman untuk skill stamina. Penting banget kayaknya stamina-nya. Ini kemana ngomong-ngomong ya? Sini kan? Makin gila loh, levelnya 29, 28, wah. Bahaya ini. Level-level segini tuh bahaya semua. Wah. Oh, aduh. Wah, kena tok. Sini lagi. Kuat. Maksudnya kuat ini betulan. Gak gampang. Gitu lu. Gua mesti nggak dulu sih. Oke, ulti. Nice, mati satu. Oh, mati kamu. Nice. Meledaknya aja toksin. Oke. Bahaya banget. Bahaya pakai banget. Lewat sini kan? Oh, ini yang tadi. Salah. Kita mestinya ke sini sih. Kalau gua lihat ya, ke sini lalu belok. Ada tikus. Gua akan makan supaya nambah skill.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oke lah.
This is despicable.
Ini gimana gua bisa ngelewatin ini coba? Nggak ada jalan ke atas juga ya. Apa lewat sini? Tapi buntu juga. Wah. Jalan-jalan no clue nih teman-teman. Nggak ada petunjuk nih. Yalah. Agak sini kah? Set. Ada penjaga level 24. Kita coba stun dia supaya lebih hemat ya. Gagal gua. Oke. Set. Wah. Ulti. Set. Slow lah. Hup. Nice sedikit. Au. Mati dia ya. Oke, ikut kita lanjutin lagi. Apa nih? Ya, ke sini deh. Ke sini. Ini gue bisa buka nggak sih?
I cannot enter.
Nggak bisa loh. Tapi kelihatannya sih kesini banget sih. Kalau gue lihat.
The Ascalon Club, the heart of British Vampire Society.
Oke, gue ngomong dulu sama
Good
cewek
evening,
ini.
miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't
Oh,
kill
dia
me.
tahu?
Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Oke,
Your
namanya
mother?
siapa?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the
Dia
signs
anaknya
that
Elizabeth.
betray a vampire.
Oke.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here and I suppose it feels like home.
Dia
You
tinggal
grew up
di
in this
sini dan
part of
dia
town too, did you not?
kayak home di sini.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no
Yang dia
epidemic.
cemaskan
Even if
adalah
that's
keegoisan dan
partly true, May I
keindividualisan.
remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich?
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself or we are all done for.
Oke.
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks.
Oke, dia membohong.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Dia bohong sih kayaknya.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
Siapa lagi
She is my
Emily?
best friend and a
Itu
suffragette
sahabatnya
too.
dia ya.
She was supposed
Emily.
to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason
Maksudnya
to be
malam ini
worried
dia
about it?
muncul, cuma belum
Recently,
kelihatan.
Emily started to believe in... Well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top
Oh,
notch.
oke, kita diminta untuk
I can
menemukan
tell you where she
Emily.
might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Are you a suffragette then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult
Tapi
women
sama
have the
sih.
right to vote in the US, in
Model-modelan
New Zealand,
mukanya,
and in
bagaimana
Australia.
dia ngomong,
But women
sama
here
sih.
can't vote unless they are
Mungkin dia emang
property
betul-betul
owners.
anaknya
No
sih
need
kalau
to
gua lihat.
convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
Oke.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of
No.
course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Boleh yang lawat dia.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Bagaimana ketemu mamamu mungkin?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End.
Dia kayaknya bukan anak
When I
kandung,
was
dia itu
10,
kayak anak
she adopted me.
adopsi
And I
lah
have
ya.
lived with her ever since.
Did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
she was a vampire when
Tapi
she
kok
picked you?
The
banyak
correct
kesamaan ya
word is
mukanya ya. Gua
Ekon,
nggak tahu,
Doctor.
teman-teman.
And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth
Papa,
Ashbury
Mama
is my
asli.
real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend
Okay.
a lot of time in my mother's mansion,
Dia nggak jawab
but I have
pertanyaan
my
gue
own
sih.
house now.
Dia
I
malah
have a
jawab
life to live,
masalah
you see.
Elizabeth.
And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Oke.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and
Oh
says
enggak,
it's
kenapa kamu
precisely
jadikan
because I
anak?
dare
Enggak.
to ask such
Setiap tanya selalu
questions.
senyum
Do you
doang.
ever regret that
Gitu.
she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me.
Nyesel nggak? Enggak.
If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Oke lah.
Goodbye,
Kita semua
Charlotte.
teman-teman.
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Dia tahu aja kalau kita temuin mamanya. Wah, ini siapa nih? Antik dia pakai topi. Oh, ini penjual kah?
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Calhoun?
Well, I must admit, it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Oke, gua akan lihat dia punya toko apa. Pengen
I
tahu
may
gua.
have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Dia punya ini loh. Gua butuh sih teman-teman itu. Wow, nggak ada lah gitu, gimana coba? Ini yang bisa dijual apa sih? Tunggu, ini kayaknya nih penting-penting loh teman-teman yang ini. Yang kayak ini loh. Ini penting-penting semua. Gua butuh ini sih. Oke. Kemudian beli ini 2. Ini gua nggak bisa beli. Gua mesti jual obat kayaknya ya. Ya gua jual obat aja. Obat yang paling nggak kepake itu kayaknya ini dah. Pneumonia, bronkitis ini nggak begitu pakai, jadi gua akan coba jual aja. Coba jual 15. Kemudian ini coba jual 15 juga. Udah. Kemudian kita coba beli yang ini ya. Handle nih, siapa tahu bisa membantu kita untuk bisa nge-up senjata. Penting soalnya senjata di sini. Udah ya. Kita coba ngomong-ngomong dulu.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
Dia kayaknya nggak peduli sama apa penyakitnya. Jangan naif.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Wow.
Finding a good restaurant?
Dia temuin
Is that
tempat
really
makan
all
yang
that
enak
interests
katanya.
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
Dia suka makan. Dan dia sehat.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Oke. Nanti ya kalau gua nemuin tempat makan yang bagus.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is
Nah,
the
kemarin enggak
perfect
buka toko
hour.
gitu.
Believe me, my friend, it is always
Enggak.
at night that you meet the most fascinating
Malah ini
characters.
waktu yang perfect katanya.
So you prefer to work at night?
Suka ya jual
I
malam.
also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the
Oh,
night
dia juga
always has a
enjoy untuk siang
je ne
juga.
sais quoi of its own.
Buset, bahasa apa tuh? Nggak tahu gue.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
Intinya bagaimana dengan bahayanya? Ya kalau bahaya kesini ya sudah gitu. Oke.
Do you have any family
Ada
here?
family kan?
Not since my parents
Enggak,
died.
semuanya sudah
I'm
meninggal
London's
katanya.
lone gourmet.
Oke.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a
Nama
food
tokonya
critic.
dibahas ya
And I-
katanya aneh gitu. Oke, gua suka.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
Kita coba cek info yang lain sih. Itu siapa lagi, woi? Banyaknya kita nggak tahu masalahnya. Gue pengen ngomong-ngomong ke semuanya nih. Kepo.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize
Set
your
dia
oldest
kenal loh.
friend?
Clarence,
Teman
Clarence
lama
Crossley.
si Jonathan ini.
how are you? My God. So you
Jangan-jangan
survived
dia
the war
vampire
too?
juga.
So sorry, I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Oke. Oh, pas dia sakit habis ini gua kasih
When
obat
did
ya.
you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere.
Dia
Vampires.
jadi vampire juga kan?
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny. I didn't want to sound selfish.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for
Kita
visiting
coba
hours, don't
sembuhkan
you think?
penyakitnya dia.
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
Oke.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
Kamu hidup kan?
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Oke.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation.
Siapa si
Now her
Venus?
husband has become
Lu
the
nggak tahu
village
Venus
idiot.
siapa?
You need some rest,
Sudah.
Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Kemana nih?
Die too in this war.
Itu sudah.
Women fight
Ini kita coba masuk kan?
first step.
Oh iya loh. Hah? Ini tempat tinggal gua. Oh ini pembantu
Good evening,
gua ya?
Avery.
Mr. Jonathan,
Iya loh, pembantu gua.
I can't believe my own eyes.
ampun.
Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister.
Dia ngomongin
What a
masalah
tragedy.
adik kita
I
ya
know,
teman-teman ya.
Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan?
Kemana aja kamu?
We
Kita butuh
needed
kamu di
you
sini.
here.
Dia sehat.
How is my mother?
Bagaimana
Not
mama?
well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police?
Polisi.
What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter.
Ya waktu
She's
itu
resting
kayaknya
now.
yang diminta adik kita untuk pulang. Nah, dia tuh ketemu sama polisi, ditemuin di jalan.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently she started
Namanya
going
diminta
out
untuk
at night
meninggalkan
without
London, cuman
remembering.
kata pembantunya
I
nggak
have to
mungkin
watch
sih.
her carefully.
Keadaan nggak memungkinkan juga.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere?
Situasinya makin
I'll
jelek.
understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead. and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's.
Padahal kita juga
To be
datang ke
present at the
pemakaman
funeral
diam-diam
with
ya.
you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Oke.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay
Kamu
here?
kepaksa nggak sih
Would you
tinggal di
leave
sini
this
gitu?
house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else
Enggak,
to go.
soalnya nggak ada
And
tempat
I
tujuan
promised your
juga
father
gitu.
I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
Jadi dia
This
tuh
house
loyal
is
banget ya sampai
dead,
dia meninggal.
Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Oke.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical changes.
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
Sudah kayaknya. Oke, sudah.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course,
Kita
Mr.
coba
Jonathan.
keliling-keliling siapa tahu ada
But
item.
please return as soon as possible.
Nah, mamanya di atas. Oke lah, kita coba ke mamanya kan. Habis ini. Oke. Lantai atas, dimana lantai atas? Kok kayak nggak ada lantai atasnya ya? Iya kayak nggak ada lantai atasnya teman-teman. Aneh. Di situ kan. Oh, lewat sini kah? Mungkin lewat sini sih kalau gua bilang. Nggak bisa ya. Oh, ini ada tangga. Gua ke tangga dulu. Wih, itu dia. Kita keliling dulu. Oh, ini tempatnya kita ya, tempatnya Jonathan. Gue coba naikin itu ya, weapon. Bisa nggak? Oh, bisa finally. Siap. Wah, ini butuh 6 doang, ini bisa nih level 5. Oke. Ini apa sih? Oh, ini bisa naikin nih. Tuh. Tapi kayaknya nanti aja sih. Belum bagus baru naikin kalau gue lihat. Oke. Small key itu buat apa?
It's locked.
Ada sesuatu yang dikunci teman-teman. Kita pengen tahu itu. Oke, keliling dulu. Gak bisa. Mana kok hilang? Wih. Wah, dikunci lagi, gua nggak bisa masuk. Gimana tuh? Coba lewat sini ya. Gua coba lewat sini.
It's locked, all right.
Dia bolak-balik loh. Nanti ada kayak event di mana kita tuh bisa nguping aslinya. Oke, kita akan coba ngomong. Tunggu dulu dah. Gua masuk. Bisa pakai di sini semua lagi ya.
I remember Sunday walks.
Oke.
Jonathan, my dear, bring me my glasses.
Nice. Udah kan nih? Kayaknya udah. Gua ngomong.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan, is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here.
Ya tanya
I'm
kemana
finally
aja gitu.
Yes, but this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found.
Dia kok tahu ya?
But where is your sister?
Loh,
Where is Mary?
dia
Mary,
pikun ya?
she
Karena adiknya
is
sudah
gone,
meninggal.
Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have?
Hah?
I miss my grandson so much. It's been
Dia kok
days
tahu
since their
ya?
last visit.
Coba lah, banyak.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait,
Dia
I think I
pikun
went
kayaknya.
back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If
Ya,
that
itu
kind
kejadian
policeman
aslinya
had not
sih.
called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost?
Pikun,
I hope you don't go
tua,
outside alone.
Jonathan.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there
Papanya
sometimes.
Jonathan
And
kita masih
I
belum
have
tahu
trouble
ya.
finding the way back.
Wah, nggak bisa nih. Jangan-jangan dia kah bosnya?
Tell me,
Give me
Mother,
name.
how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames. And then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I lost my way. Somewhere between the boat and the house, my life changed completely.
You should have told me, Johnny. I would have understood. You always were a secretive little boy.
Oke.
Father seems to have left me some documents. Some sort of treasure hunt game. Do you know anything about them?
No, Johnny. But your father always loved to write these little games for you when you were a boy. Don't you remember?
I remember now. He used to post me these riddles,
Gua nggak tahu yang
as
dia
though they
ngomongin
were
apa.
sent by a mysterious games master. I'd spend weeks trying to decipher them.
Your father was always so proud each time you found the answer. He was not just the serious doer banker everybody thought he was.
I was proud too. How could I forget that?
The important thing is that you remember it now. I'll tell your father the next time I see him. He'll be so happy.
Could Father have conceived some sort of final game for me before he left?
I really can't say, Johnny. Perhaps you should talk with Avery about that. He was your father's confidant, more than I.
Oh, ini.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be
Dia
any
kayaknya
different with your sister?
nyangka kita itu kayak vampire gitu loh, tapi kayak pikun gitu.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes, And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my
tahu
grandson?
kayaknya.
And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Wah, papanya juga meninggal kan?
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my
Dia
darling
yakin gitu
boy.
loh kalau kita
Just
mati.
look
Gitu.
at you, as pale as my mare.
Soalnya katanya pucat kayak adiknya gitu. Iya sih. Wajah kita pucat masalahnya.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Aduh, dia tahu lagi kalau kita sudah meninggal.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique.
Siapa
I
ya?
wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
Pelukis.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous?
Oh,
Is she dead
Elizabeth. Ya,
She's
ya.
not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her
Ya,
into
kita
my
ngomongin
home.
masalah Elizabeth yang jago ngelukis.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echo of
Ngomongin masalah kita
sadness
sudah
in your
meninggal, bla bla
voice.
bla lah ya. Oke lah.
Goodbye,
Selesai
Mother.
teman-teman.
Try to rest now.
Kita coba
Goodbye, son.
keliling-keliling
Please
lagi
come
lah ya.
back soon.
Oke.
Mary?
Udah 2,4 kaca. Oke. Ada siapa lagi sih di sini? Gue pengen tahu. Udah nggak ada siapa-siapa kayaknya. Tapi gue buka. Kayaknya bukan ke situ. Gue coba ke sini aja lah. Tujuannya aja. Ke bangunan ini kah? Apaan weh? Wah, ada ketawa-ketawa gitu loh. Oh, kesini kah? Mungkin kesini teman-teman. Gua akan coba masuk. Di tempat ini kayak manusianya sudah tahu kalau dia itu hidup sama vampire dan bisa hidup sama-sama gitu loh. Oke, ini lepas kalon. Gua udah sampai.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
Kenapa? Ada apa?
I received
Sini.
an invitation.
Ada
I'm Dr.
undangan.
Jonathan Reed.
Gua Jonathan. Oke, bukain. Nice.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
Oke, thank you.
Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Gua pengen keliling sih.
There has been quite a battle here.
Oke. Coba
I'm
keliling
sure the
dulu,
Ascalon
teman-teman.
Club
Gua pengen
has
tahu.
the money to replace the furniture.
pengen ngambil soalnya. Itu masuk kemana di pintu? Wah, kok bisa lewat sini? Ini kemana? Oh, kita ke pintu belakang kah, teman-teman? Kita pintu belakang kayaknya. Coba buka. Nggak ngefek. Oke, gua masuk lagi. Soalnya ini bukan tujuan gua di sini. Udah 2,8k lagi XP-nya. Banyak ya. Kita coba ngomong kah?
Welcome to the
Oh,
Aspen.
dia nggak ngomongin apa-apa sih. So kita ke atas saja ya. Woi. Oh, ada banyak di sini. Woi, namanya beda cuman mukanya kok hampir sama semua mukanya ya. Kalau aku lihat. Oke, aku masuk.
Good evening.
Kuat-kuat semua kayaknya teman-teman kalau aku lihat. Jago-jago dia. Oke, ada Alkitab kan itu. Dan semacam penyembahan.
My good
mungkin.
friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Set.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Ya, pemimpin
Lord
di sini
Redgrave.
pokoknya di klub ini.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you.
Ya, berduka cita masalah adik kita kah?
Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Teman dekat kah?
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of this skull plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Kenapa gua?
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you
Oh,
definitely
soalnya
fit the
klubnya
bill.
itu hanya
Your scientific and medical reputation
butuh
alone would
anggota yang
qualify you
paling
as a
baik,
candidate.
yang
You
kuat
want
gitu
me
lah
to
istilahnya ya.
find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
Oke. Kita emang nggak tahu siapa nama yang membuat kita sih. Siapa tahu dia tahu ya.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club and
Kita
to serve
di-invite
me
ke
as
dalam
such.
klub ini. Oke. Gua kepo sama
Before
ini.
I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Jadi yang kita bunuh waktu itu nggak masalah. Ya kan butuh penggantinya gitu loh.
What is the Ascalon Club's
Tujuannya apa nih
express
klub ini?
purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
Untuk melindungi England. Oh,
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted
Siapa
me
William?
immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
kita katanya mesti setia sama klub ini.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Kita setuju aja lah, nggak ada pilihan lain teman-teman.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this
Kita diminta untuk lakuin apa ya?
My fellow members,
Kita
dear
diumumin nih
friends,
kalau kita sudah
please
join,
gather
teman-teman.
and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Bantu.
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood,
Kita mesti bersumpah di depan
the
ini
blood
katanya.
of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood.
Ngapain ya gue?
It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance.
Tanda tangan katanya.
I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Oke, kita bakal tanda tangan kayaknya ya. Tangannya dilukain dulu, itu buat tinta lalu tanda tangan. Ada. Sampai segitunya ya. Buset. Nggak pushnya kayak gitu.
Welcome to
Gila
the
nih, klub.
Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Oke. Ngapain gua? Nggak bisa
I
ngomong ya.
personally went patrolling
Kita
last
ngomong
night,
langsung sama dia kayaknya.
and I spotted
That
a
went well, did it
foreign
not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the
Oke,
epidemic,
kita kenal sama
and your
Swansea.
findings were quite alarming.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied scowls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Loh,
I have met peaceful and wise scowls.
Skull nggak semuanya
To
jahat sih.
exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town.
Kita diminta untuk
Our
investigasi
absolute
kota.
priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Oke. Namanya apa lagi nih? Oh, bisa naik ke level 4. Tambah gigi ya gue ya. Oke lah. Kita diminta untuk keliling investigasi, lalu ya apa ya, temuin sesuatu info lah istilahnya kayak gitu. Oke lah, gua akan coba ngecek aja gimana.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Kayaknya sih gua pulang dulu lah. Pengen sleep soalnya, nambah skill. Coba tanya pembantu
Yes,
dulu ya.
Mr. Jonathan?
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic in this part of town. Do you know anything useful?
Not really.
Dia nggak tahu.
Except all the Macpherson's servants resigned a few days ago. They feared becoming infected, they said.
Katanya
The
ada yang
McPhersons.
pensiun.
Where do they live?
I think it's a rich house
Soalnya
near
takut
the
pada
railway bridge in
penyakitnya
the
yang flu
southern
Spanyol.
part of the district.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Oke, nice. Kita ke atas. Kita coba tanya-tanya mama kita aja. Bisa nggak sih? Atau nggak bisa ngomong? Atau bisa?
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already? Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you.
Mau
You shouldn't stay away for
temuin
so
kita
long.
loh ketika kita pergi. Nggak tahu ya.
Goodbye,
Ya udah.
Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Kita kayaknya mesti spend XP sih. Sudah 3,8 kan nih, wah banyak banget. Kita mesti spend XP teman-teman. Oke lah. Dan gua bakal ambil apa ya? Empat setengah. Apa coba? Oke. Apa enaknya ya? Gua pengen ganti ulti sih teman-teman. Ganti aja lah ya. Gua ganti. Kemudian bisa nggak sih? Bisa loh gua level 2-in. Cuma nanti aja, gua butuh sesuatu yang lain. Kayak gigitan ini, gua butuh sih gigitan ini. Supaya lebih sakit ya. Nice. Kemudian stamina. Ya, stamina nih ya. Siap. Oke, level 21 dan kayaknya sudah cukup ya. Gua bakal confirm. Udah level 21, ganti ulti, stamina naik, cokotannya juga naik, bagus. Ya, boleh lah. Oke, sudah sehat ya di sini. Gua ganti dulu. Mana? Ini kah? Ini ultinya ganti yang ini. Oke, nice. Sini lebih cepat sih mestinya. Set, nah. Ada zombie. Oke lah. Oke, gua dapetin. Gua ngetes skill ya sekalian. Set. Oke. Slow. Wah, digigit gua. Ada. Oh, betul. Asapnya itu. Nice. Aduh. Woi. Bocah pun. Oke. Stamina. Pelan-pelan dulu. Set. Nice gigit. Lebih sakit ya? Iya lebih sakit. Oke, bagus. Tuh, di situ ada musuh lagi. Apa nih? Lah. Oh, bisa kembali sih. Oke. Finally gua tahu kalau itu jalan pintas ya ke sini ya. Tapi kalau kita belum masuk sini kita nggak bisa lewat sini, teman-teman. Ya udahlah, kita coba lewat manual ke bawah. Gua nggak sempat coba ultinya lagi, masih cooling down ya. Dan coba tanya penduduk. Oke, call home ya. Kita coba tanya dulu bapak-bapak ini. Siapa tahu dapat petunjuk
Good
yang
evening,
bagus.
Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
Okay.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite
Ada kesamaan yang sama.
They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway. Where do they live?
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
Ini kita coba tanya yang ini.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part
Oke,
of
ini
this
lebih
neighborhood.
spesifik ya.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Apakah sudah selesai nih?
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Ya, sudah ketemu. Lewat sini kayaknya. Lebih lewat sini sih teman-teman kalau gue lihat. Nah. Kak, please.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Coba cek sebelah kanan, siapa tahu kita bisa tembus. Kok ada ada 2 tujuan. Oke, kita coba ke sini aja dulu. 2 tujuan soalnya. Ke sini dulu lah. Lantai 2. Waduh.
It's locked, all right.
Kemana tuh lantai 2? Jadi ada 2 lokasi, kita mesti selidiki semua kayaknya ya.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Ada musuh, levelnya 27 lagi. Bentung. Bentung lagi. Wah, ini bapak pendeta nih. Aduh. Sakit. Oh, bisa dimainin kayak gini teman-teman ya. Oke, kita coba ulti. Ulti. Sedikit. Nice. Wah. Bantu buat. Set. Gue nggak bisa ngedas loh. Aduh. Kok aneh, gue nggak bisa ngedas. Gila ya, dipukul 3 kali aja sudah mati ya. Mana dia? Wah, ngulang nih. Nggak bisa nih. Untung. Hit. Nice.
Murderous bastard.
Wih, stuck lagi. Malas. Oke. Kita tungguin. Ulti ya. Ulti kita jauh lebih kuat dibandingkan dia. Nice. Panas juga. Wih, sakit ya pukulannya. Nice. Menang. Lewat sini sih mestinya. Ini ada jalan, cuman banyak musuhnya ya di sini ya. 2. Ada 2 dan gua nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain kayaknya. Wah, salah tekan. Gue bisa stun dia tadi, udah. Wow, shotgun. Nice. Bener. Oke. Pukul. Aduh. Gila, langsung setengah lebih. Sakit banget ya. Sedikit langsung setengah lebih dong. Gila juga. Aduh. Ada nembak tuh. Gua gak suka. Kamu. Nice, sedikit. Oke. Mati. Lantai atas ya. Lewat sini kayaknya. Waduh, apaan? Oke. Sudah nggak ada yang unlock. Bukan sih, semakin jauh. Coba lewat situ. Oke. Lumayan kuat musuhnya. Apaan nih? Aku coba lewat sini teman-teman. Apa tuh?
I can't believe
Kayak ada yang
I'm
jalan.
doing this.
Tuh gitu loh. Musuh nambah dulu.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oke, di sini. Masa aman sih? Nggak mungkin kan tempat kayak gini aman.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
Buset. Jadi siapa pelakunya itu dikendalikan oleh emosi yang tidak bisa dikendalikan ya.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out.
Lidahnya
He was a victim of
diambil,
brutal torture.
matanya dicungkil teman-teman. Gila. Oke, gue lewat sini. Sejauh ini masih aman sih.
This one's neck is broken.
Oke,
He was young,
patahin.
probably the son.
Mungkin itu adalah anaknya. Oke, gue masuk. Wah, itu musuh ya. Wah. Masa manusia? Oh, manusia. Santai, Jonathan. Buset.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you?
Dia yang bunuh semuanya kayaknya.
Pretending. Doris told me I could have been
Buset.
a great actress.
You killed your family.
Dia yang bunuh semua familynya dia.
They mocked my talent.
Elsa. Boleh dulu. Oke, dia muntah. Bisa kayak gitu teman-teman. Pukulan gua nggak butuh sakit ya. Ulti woi. Buset, pukulan dia sakit minta ampun gila. Set. Aduh. Gila itu sakit banget itu. Toksinnya itu gila sih. Ini emang nggak punya defense ya? Kok mudah banget mati? Susah. Wah, kembalinya ke sini lagi. Oke, gua akan ke sana lagi, teman-teman. Di sini kayaknya gua mesti fokus ya. Susah ini. Multi. Nice. Kita bisa pukul. Udah 2 kali aja. Gua mesti defensif. Buset, kekuatan macam apa itu? Tahan. Nice. Dia bakal muntah lagi kayaknya. Pelan-pelan, slow. Aduh, gua gak bisa dapetin masalahnya. Udah muntahnya. Buset. Kena gak tuh? Kena dikit. Buset. Dia deket lagi. Oh. Pukul. Nice. Gua deketin. Kill. Nice. Udah setengah paling gak dia. Pelan-pelan. Aku gak kena. Nice. Kena. Kekuatan itu teman-teman. Weh. Pull. Ulti. Yes. Kita bisa kunci dia di sini.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Katanya itu mutasi yang lain, mungkin sudah evolusi kah penyakitnya gitu. Jadi flu Spanyol itu seolah-olah menjadikan kita semacam zombie gitu loh. Kalau gue lihat. Okay. Dan semoga aja teman kita Swansea baik-baik saja ya. Ini apa? Oke, kita bakal lihat.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Oke, fine. Kita selidiki yang satu lagi teman-teman ya. Kok gua bilang bakal lawan bos lagi ya? Ada pendeta di sini. Wih. Kena kamu ya ampun. Nice. Gua lagi. Oh, yang itu. Oh, nice. Nice. Wih, pelan dulu, pelan. Kalau gua jauh sih nggak kena. Nice. Aku kena lagi. Satu kali aku mau mati ya. Aduh susahnya Jonathan ini, ya ampun. Gampang mati Jonathan. Satu kali combo lo mati teman-teman. Susah nih. Tapi gue pengen ngelawan dia sih. Hah? Oke. Gua sangkain gua ngelawan lagi. Kaget gua. Susah tuh ibu-ibu tadi. Gua langsung ke tujuan aja lah. Boleh sih gua lawan aja lah. Lawan, ya ampun. Oke, ulti. Oke, tinggal dikit tuh ya. Woi, sakit nyong. Pelan-pelan, gua tinggal. Gila, sakit banget asli. Wow. Gue deketin aja gue yang takut. Gila ya. Dua dong. Gue mesti gigit dia.
I ought you to step back.
Ayo sini. Ya mungkin gua pulang tangan kosong nih. Oh, mati. Nice. Buset, ini anak kecil aja kayak gini Indonesia. Buset. Dikit. Betul. Ini tuh anak kecilnya aja di meja kayak gitu teman-teman. Gimana nggak sakit banget coba. Oke. Udah deket kayaknya. Ini kok kembali lagi kayaknya ya. Coba ke sini.
It's locked.
Bisa? Kita mesti lewat sisi satunya kayaknya. Kalau gue lihat. Coba ngomong sama teman lama. Siapa tahu ada info yang lain.
Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Okay.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. If If you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging
Oke, kita ke taman, katanya ada.
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
Okay.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Sini sih. Semoga aja bisa. Mestinya bisa sih lewat sini. Oh iya bisa loh. Oh tikus. Gua butuh.
This is
Makanannya tikus dah. Gila. Nice.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Pelan-pelan gua mesti lihat-lihat keadaan. Buset, ada ekon di bawah. Kita liatin aja dulu. Kita jangan ikut-ikut ya, soalnya bahaya teman. Wih, kesalahnya kita ikut-ikut kayaknya ya. Gigit wih, tak bisa digigit. Buset. Ulti wih, ulti. Nice. Set. Oke, dia mati juga. Gila tuh bahaya banget tuh ekor. Sekali pukul aja ke kita langsung cekit. Wah hebat. Sini kah? Mestinya ke sini sih. Ada dua di situ. Pelan-pelan deketin. Coba gigit kalau bisa. Gak bisa, ya ampun. Oh, gigit. Fast ya gua ya. Wah, lo dong. Oh. Oke. Wow, shotgun. Nice. Gigit. Aduh. Kena combo. Asik. Gila, di combo sakit loh. Ini ngomong-ngomong jalannya ketutup mana?
It's locked, all right.
Di sini ada jalannya ketutup ya. Oh. Lawan itu kan? Set. Buset. Apaan?
I cannot enter.
Untuk gak bisa teman-teman.
This is not a place for you, sir.
Susah itu gua loh.
Last warning, sir.
Set.
There's one in line.
Aduh. Nice. Noted ya. Bagus. Oh, selesai juga. Finally dia otomatis juga teman-teman ya. Di mana nih? Oke lah. Masa nggak kena gila? Wah ini ada yang luka lagi. Mati sakit. Oke, gua ulti dulu. Kasih ini pukul. Weh. Wow. Waduh, itu nembak suka gua. Oh. Oke, itu dulu. Wah, ini sekali combo bisa mati bro. Set. Oke, nice, menang. Bagus banget. Aman ya, aman. Kayaknya sih ke sini. Ada jalan nggak? Oh, oke, ada jalan. Oh, ini kok kembali kayaknya. Gua diminta untuk ke situ. Gimana ke situnya? Tunggu ya. Gua bakal lihat dulu gimana ke situnya. Set. Nggak ada tujuan lain. Oke.
I have
Sini kah?
thirst for blood.
Kok gue nggak bisa? Bisa. Tunggu. Butuh tikus lagi. Nambah bensin.
This is despicable.
Ya, nice. Ini kan salah kalau nggak salah. Ini salah nggak sih? Oh, tada. Oh. Oke, gua coba.
We meet again, Mr. Kimura, in a more peaceful situation.
Dr. Reed, still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I. After your captivity, I thought you'd be more cautious.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind, sir. I've had the most frightening nightmares since I escaped that filthy jail.
Okay.
What can you tell me about your abduction?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
And why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
Okay, bahaya.
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord.
Dia
a wealthy one.
Kos ya,
and
kayak gitu.
Not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
Okay.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I don't know.
Jadi dia
we met a few times at the Royal
adalah
Greenwich
ahli
Observatory.
teman-teman.
He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Yes, astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
Apa ya? Gua nggak tahu.
Draco. My favorite constellation.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations. Yet I barely remember my own childhood.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars align to a specific configuration.
Udah selesai kayaknya. Oh, enggak, ini ada.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and
Dia
friends are
kangen sama
threatened
kamu
by this
halaman, soalnya dia
epidemic.
tuh fokus teman-teman ke uang doang, jadi dia pengen pulang.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed. Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then. But I stopped laughing long ago.
Okay.
Can you change?
Entah kenapa
And is it
kok
what you
mulai
really want?
kebuka ya masalah
If so,
clue-cluenya di dia.
it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
Follow my example then.
Gua pengen tahu.
Find a complete stranger and help him or her the best you can. Then invite him or her to do the same.
You know what? That's not a bad plan, actually. And I should start with my family, for they are almost strangers to me now.
Wow.
Goodbye, Mr. Kamal.
Gagal.
Take care.
Wah, padahal bagus loh. Nah, ini kemana, woi? Gue nggak tahu ke belakangnya tuh gimana itu loh. Nah, pintu yang ini loh.
It's locked, all right.
Bisa. Gue mesti ke kayak zombie-zombie itu loh. Aduh. Oke, fokus dulu lah. Fokus untuk keliling dulu teman-teman. Gue pengen tahu kesananya kayak gimana. Ada sesuatu dipanjat nggak sih? Enggak sih kayaknya. Oke. Ada tikus, gue makan nasi. Gue nambah lumayan.
This thirst for blood.
Kemudian kemana? Ke sini maksudnya. Ini fungsinya ke atas ini ngapain coba? Oke. Apakah di sini nggak ada fungsinya lagi gitu ya? Ke sini ya. Ya, di balik sini. Gimana gua ke situnya?
It's locked.
Lewat mana ya? Mestinya lewat situ ya. Ini sih pasti sengaja dibuat agak jauh sih kalau gue lihat. Oke. Ke sini kah? Dia kedok-kedok pintu. Nggak kena, hebat. Aduh. Shotgun ya. Oh. Oke, nice dikit. Nice. Kayaknya lewat sini sih. Gue kayak belum lewat sini gitu teman-teman. Oke, bisa nggak?
I cannot enter.
Lewat sini kah? Loh. Oh, ini cuma di belakangnya doang. Jadi untuk kesananya belum tahu. Masa lewat sini? Ya lewat sini loh. Kelihatannya tuh bahaya gitu. kayak kuat banget gitu loh musuhnya ya. Kalau gue lihat. Oke. Kayak lifting. Kayak bosnya ini aku nggak tahu gimana. Wow, wolfnya. Buset. Oke, pelan-pelan. Stamina nggak ada. Oh, nice. Stun. Wah, nggak bisa di stun. Bisa nih, nggak bisa di stun. Oke. Oh, nice. Pelan-pelan. Gagal. Oh my god. Gagal lagi. Oke, dikit. Hai. Pelan-pelan. Oh, nice. Finally gua kill juga. Susah banget tuh wolf. Gua di sini bakal buka pintu dulu kan? Nggak ada pintu. Oke, gua udah buka. Lalu kemana, woi? Ini kan? Loh. Sini kan? Kayaknya ke sini teman-teman. Kebangunan kosong nih. Oh. Dikumpulin lagi item-item yang ada di sini. Oke, fine. Ada lagi tuh di sana. Oke. Finally gue sudah bisa masuk ke sini ya. Setelah sekian lama. Pintunya di mana? Gue pengen buka pintu dulu sih. Tawan ya? Belum. Oke, gue bingung tawan. Gue coba untuk stop dan gue gigit ke belakang. Semoga aja bisa. Bisa loh. Nice. Ulti. Set. Oke. Bisa satu ya. Oh my god. Yang muntah-muntah lagi nih. Nice. Oke, mau mati dia. Mati juga. Aduh, gua lupa ada vaksinnya. Wow. Oh, di dalam sini teman-teman dia. Gua buka pintu dulu pengennya. Supaya lebih enak gitu kalau ada apa-apa. Buka pintu. Oke, ini gua buka dulu. Nice. Ada dua sini ya. Aduh, satu lagi musuh. Oke, pelan-pelan. Nice, dia kena ya. Sedikit. Menang. Oke, ini apa weh?
This is despicable.
Apa lagi?
I have
satu lagi dan gua bakal masuk.
blood.
Nice.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ini sudah belum? Sudah. Ini sudah ya. Oke teman-teman, gua akan masuk abis ini. Ada musuh nggak sih ini? Oke, gua keliling dulu kayak biasa. Dapat pom shotgun. Wow. Kayaknya gua mesti ganti shotgun gua ya. Ungu soalnya. Mana nih? Sini tuh. Oke, kayaknya sih ke sini ya. Masih hidup kah? Oh enggak loh. Jadi zombie sudah. Itu aslinya sih skull, cuman gua nyebutnya zombie aja supaya gampang. Lihat, gua push langsung. Nice kill. Apaan woi? Kok aneh gini? Oke. Oh, minggat. Wah, ini butuh konsen banget ini ya. Aduh, leset. Wow. Waduh, gila tuh banget. Wah, bahaya. Oke, di belakang. Oke. Minggat. Oh. Hei. Saya bisa nyolong stamina belum? Waduh, dibukit. Pelan-pelan. Wow. Nice. Wow. Bisa satu lagi. Pelan, slow. Wow, gagal ya taktik gua. Kena. Back dulu. Jangan kena asapnya. Oke. Nice. Oh, nice 2 kali pukul. Wah, aku kena. Mana nih? Gua suntik. Nice. Oke ya, bisa suntik ya. Dikit. Bunuh lah, langsung combo. Set. Nice, mati dia. Kita coba lihat info-info yang ada di sini. Ada sesuatu ini ya. Oh, ada. Mana ya? Oh iya, di situ. Oke. Di sini.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Wow. Kita udah selesaiin, teman-teman.
Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
Oke, jalan pintas saja ya. Sini kan jalan pintasnya. Kemana nih? Oke, di sini. Ini kah? Oh enggak, belok sini. Ada musuh nggak tuh? Hebat. Oke lah. Oh, mentung. Buset. Habisnya stamina itu. mau salib itu ya. Oke. Oh my god. Set. Enggak dulu. Ah ya, itu. Dia mau salib. Nice. Mati nggak kamu? Mati dia. Finally mulus ya, nggak ada gangguan. Buset. Itu apaan? Musuh yang lain, teman-teman. Gua kepo pengen kalahin dia. Kalau ada musuh yang lain-lain kayak gini, sumpah gua kepo sih. Oke. Dia ngeliat gak sih? Enggak kayaknya. Oke lah. Di sini gua akan coba itu. Aduh kok gua kalah cepet ya. Buset. Wow, slow man. Oh dia nggak. Dia kayaknya nggak bisa ngetek di sini guys. Oh my god, menang juga. No, kita masih ke tujuan teman-teman. Mana ya, ke sini kan?
It's locked, all right.
Mestinya kita bisa ke atas lompat atau gimana? Oke, gue nggak tahu kita mesti kemana, tapi ada musuh di situ. Dan kayaknya supaya gampang, gue mesti habisi dia.
See them fancy colours.
Aduh. Kena. Oke, mau nggak mau kita sudah ikut-ikutan di sini ya. Set bawa kena api. Wow. Oh, nice. Kenapa nih? Apa ini? Oke, gue bisa masuk. Oh, ini kayaknya gue kembali ke map awal ya. Iya loh, gue kembali ke map yang awal teman-teman. Dan di sini gue mesti spend sih, asli gue mesti spend. Gak bisa gue nahan soalnya penting ini ya. Udah kotak. Nice. Gue mesti ke bench. Mana bench ya? Nggak ada bench ya? Oh ini ada. Gue lihat dulu apa yang bisa ini apa nih? Bisa dianalisis. Wow, tembusannya ini ya. Wah gila nih. Ini otomatis udah level 4 aja. Udah ungu ya. Udah ini. Gue bisa nge-up ini loh. Tunggu, gue nge-up senjata gue bisa nggak? Bisa, finally. Level 5 teman-teman. Nice lah. Kemudian ini kayaknya bagus dibanding Milton shotgun gua. Ini level 4 352. Oh, bagusan Milton loh. Gila, level 5 nya 576 Milton. Bagus Milton teman-teman. Saatnya buat sleep ya. Untuk spend XP di sini. Aduh, ini mulai bahaya nih. Itu butuh apa ya? Ini butuh apa? 4,5. Auto vagin ya? Oh, ini nge-heal lebih banyak yang ini kayaknya. Ini apa sih? Oke. Wah ini asli gua nggak tahu lagi ini maksudnya apaan, gua nggak tahu yang ini. apa ya enaknya ya? Gua lebih bingung ke ini ya. Oke lah, stamina. Udah 2 apa ya? Oke, inilah ya. HP-nya gua tambah kayaknya. Kemudian wah, ini 1,5 ya. Oke, gua nambah apa? Baiknya apa? Oh, baiknya aja. Supaya lebih sakit, teman-teman. Sudah selesai ya. Ada 22 di sini. Gila nih game. Sudah level 22 aja loh nih, bro. Level 22. Oke teman-teman, gamenya cukup sampai sini dulu. Gua akan lanjutin nanti. Thank you buat kalian sudah nonton. Jangan lupa subscribe, like, share, komen video ini jika kalian suka. Ketemu lagi dengan gua di next video. God bless you and bye bye.
Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.